Janice Shinwari, an Afghan interpreter, is credited with saving his brother's life during a firefight in 2008. Now, for the past 5 years, Army veteran Matt Zeller has made it his mission to return the favor, accomplishing his goal of bringing Shinwari and his family to safety in the United States. Finally, they are together. We are joined right now live on camera by retired U.S. Army Captain Matt Zeller and his Afghan interpreter who saved his life, Janice Shinwari. Congratulations to both of you for the long fight that got you here. First off, Matt, how did Janice win you over?
Well, thank you very much for having us. Janice saved my life on April 2008. My 14th day in country, my unit and I were out on patrol. We got surrounded by about 45 members of the Taliban. There were 15 of us, so they had us by about 3 to 1. He was part of the QRF that showed up. He jumped into my foxhole, ended up killing 2 Taliban fighters who, if he hadn't been there, would have shot me in the back, killing me instantly. And he's been my best friend ever since. So,
Matt, you leave, and you want to make sure Janice can go. Janice, you realize you have to go. Why? What happened after this incident and after Matt left?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
He asked what happened after I left.
Yeah, after he left, I found out that my name was added in the Taliban kill list in Ghazni province. And from that reason, I was transferred from Ghazni to Kabul. And in that time, I thought that Afghanistan is not safe anymore for us, and I have to leave Afghanistan. And what did Zeller when he was leaving Afghanistan? He promised me that he will save my life and he will get me to the United States. And he did. Now I'm in the United States and I'm safe.
Matt, why did it take 4 years?
Well, the State Department sat on his application for 2 of them. And for the first 2, quite honestly, Janice is just that brave of a guy. He figured Afghanistan was his country. He wasn't going to leave. He wanted to make the Taliban go. You know, he never covered up his face in any of our firefights or any time he translated for me. And when I asked him why that was, he said, I want them to fear me. I don't want them ever to think I'm afraid of them. But when it became clear in 2011 that it looked like our military was eventually going to leave and that the country was not getting better and that he would likely die after we go, he figured, I'm going to apply for the visa I've very well earned. Unfortunately, the process is extremely broken, and it remains broken, as evidenced by the struggle it took to get him here.
Right, and so finally, after taking a polygraph test, he is now here and he's arrived. Janice, what does it feel like to be here in America?
I feel very happy in here. I know I'm very safe. The important thing is for me and my family that we are safe. No more fear of Taliban, no more fear of somebody kidnap my kids or kill my family. I'm very, very happy.
Matt, how many people out there like Janice willing to give their lives to the U.S.? Because we keep hearing this green on blue killing. We don't know who to trust or if the Taliban are pretending to be somebody and they infiltrate or guys are just turning. What's going on there?
Right. So I would say that almost the absolute majority of the interpreters are on our side. There are definitely a couple of bad apples, but that's common in war. You always have infiltrators. Folks like Janice, you ask any military veteran of the Afghan-Iraq War, all of us have a story about somebody like Janice, an interpreter or a translator who ended up saving our lives, either literally in a firefight like Janice or providing us with that useful piece of cultural information that prevented our units from making enemies of the local population and made friends. The problem is that in Iraq, there are still currently 78% of the visas allocated that have never been handed out.
Right.
And in Afghanistan, 90% of the visas that were allocated have never been issued. State has got to do something about this. These programs expire next year unless Congress extends them, and it looks like they will. But even then, Dakota Meyer, a Medal of Honor recipient, credits his interpreter with actually being the hero of that firefight.
Good.
And it took the senior general in Afghanistan to personally intervene just to get him out of Afghanistan.
And if you want people to risk their lives for our guys, we have to show loyalty after that's done. I agree. Janice, can I just give you one word of advice? Stay away from the fast food. It'll kill you.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Besides that, you're going to love it here. Welcome aboard. Thanks for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
And way to fight, Matt. Good job.
Thank you.
All right. Coming up next.